So like some parents say, Adam, how come when they come to your program for 5 days, they're so motivated? Because they are already motivated. It's not that I motivate them. They are already. It's just that I knew how to get them to push the what? Right buttons at that same time. So they are motivated. And the wrong thing. Okay? Another example. Some parents, teachers, they blame. They say the kid is a what? Slow learner. Slow learner. Because, he takes longer to learn than other people. But how could we take responsibility? It could be, maybe it's because, he's not using the right one, the right strata. She's not using the right approach. He's not using the right techniques. That's why you find it hard to remember. You find it hard to understand. Okay? So new actions we can take, alright, could be to maybe together with him apply some new strategies he learned in the program, like the memory skills or the reading skills and things like that. Right? Is the aircon off? I check. You sure? You sure? Is it hot in here? Just me. I'm just hot. Okay. So these are many now. Now, as I'm saying this, some parents will be thinking, Adam, are you saying that I should take all the responsibility? The kid should take responsibility. Is that true? No, right? How do you agree the kid must also take responsibility? Yeah, it's a two-way traffic. Yeah. So in the program, I tell the kids the same thing. I say, if your mother scolds you and your mother's in a bad mood, don't blame her. Take responsibility on why you contributed to her mood. Make sense? I give you an example. Like there are some kids who come to the program and they blame. They say, Adam, I don't know why. My parents, they don't trust me. What's wrong? Why they don't trust me? How many got kids who complain that about you? Like you don't trust them. Mommy trust me, right? They say what? You must earn your trust, right? I share with you my own example. When I was young last time, my father would never allow me to stay over at my friend's house, even during holidays. Okay? And my father always said, Adam, you must come back by 10:30. He'll say, Pa, why can't I stay over? My other friends also can stay over. You know what I said? Don't want. You stay over, you sure get in trouble. Right? How many of you, your parents were like that? Like my father. They didn't allow you to stay over. You all allowed to stay over. How many of you were allowed to stay over? I need your response. How many of you were allowed to stay over? Come on. How many of you were not allowed to stay over? Okay, so my dad was not the only one. So what happened was, at first I was very frustrated, and there was one time I remember, my holidays, I was in my friend's house in Yio Chu Kang. I was supposed to be back at what time? 10:30, right? And at about 10:15, he called me up. Adam, where are you? I said, I'm in Kenneth's house. Why are you not home yet? I said, Pa, we were playing, I forgot about the time. Come home now! Papa, not late already, got no bus around here. Take taxi! So I said, Papa, I got no money to take taxi. Never mind, I can't fetch you! And my father drive all the way from Changi to Yio Chu Kang to fetch me home. To him, it was an act of love and care. Right? Do you think I liked it? Obviously not. I was in the car, the whole journey, my whole face was black. I was like, so unfair. All my friends can stay, but I cannot stay over. Then I look at him and say, Pa, why can't the other people's father? Aren't those father allow the kids to stay over? Then, yeah. Why can't the other people's son? Okay. So the point was what? I was in this thing called the victim state of like blaming my father, right? This happens to a lot of kids as well. So one day, one of my teachers came up to me and he said, Adam, if your father doesn't trust you, it's because you taught him not to trust you. I said, huh? What are you talking about? He said, if your father doesn't trust you, it's because you taught him not to trust you. You must take responsibility. And you taught him not to trust you by your actions. So I began to reflect. I say, true. You know why? Because my father told me to come back at 10:30. Will I ever come back at 10:30? Never one. I always come at what time? 10:45, 11 o'clock. So by doing that all the time, what did he teach my father? He taught him that I cannot be trusted, that I'm irresponsible. Right? And then when my father went to work, he would say this, Adam, when I go to work, right, you're not allowed to watch TV, only when I come home. I said, okay. Then when he come home from work, do you watch TV? No. Then he go to TV and touch. I think I'm stupid like that. So by doing it, what did he teach my father? That I am dishonest, that I lie, I cannot be trusted. Then when I began to try, I said, true. So that's why he doesn't trust me. So if I want my father to change, guess what? I must change. So that's when I went on this thing called the Trust Adam Khoo campaign. Right? From then on, after that, when my father came home, or rather, when I'm supposed to be back, I'll come back 10 o'clock, 9:45. I made an effort. He said, why come back so early for? Pa, I want to make sure I'm not late. Don't be confused after that. Right? And I was upstairs lah. They said, hey son, your favorite program started, right? Come down watch TV. I said, Pa, don't want to watch. He said, why not? I said, Pa, study more important. To be honest, I was putting on a show. It was just a show. It was an act, okay? But after doing it for a while, I discovered he began to change his attitude towards me. And it became a new habit for me where I started doing more work. So in the end, after a couple of months, guess what? He began to change. Where during my holidays, there was one time I asked him, I said, Pa, can I come back later for 11:15? You know what he said? Emma, just stay over, pick up tomorrow. And I tell this story to kids. I said, you want people to change, you got to change first. Does that make sense?